Hello, friends and foes, fays and fiends, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. I'm your GM, Alondra Heilman, and tonight I will be guiding some meddling kids through yet another Arena of the 5 E's. Tonight's theme, Cryptid Keepers. For those of you joining us for the first time tonight, the Arena of the 5 E's is a D&D battle royale unlike any other. Members of our Patreon are asked to submit character builds, which are then mostly randomly chosen and assigned to our imperiled players, who will fight a random assortment of monsters chosen by the GM. Another unique feature, of course, of the Arena of the 5 E's is viewer participation. Woo! For every 500 bits we receive, the players receive 1 inspiration, which they can use to add 1d6 to any roll other than a critical fail. For 2 inspiration, they can also purchase cards from the Deck of Inspiration, which will provide random, exciting boons. And now, because they've been hamming it up already, but you haven't been able to see it, let's quickly introduce our players. Please give us your name and pronouns, and then tell us what character you're playing, what that character's race and class are, and which patrons submitted them. Let's shake it up and start with Christy.
Hello, I'm Christy. Today I'll be playing Shelma. Shelma, I was not expecting to have to list everything about her. She is a wizard, and she is a turtle.
And who built Shelma?
Oh, yes. Brought to us by the wonderful Adam Power.
Yay! Hello there. I'm James Aaron. Oh, and I am playing Edward Erie Johnson. He is a Loxodon of a cleric, knowledge cleric? Yeah, knowledge cleric made by NGC 457 Seth. Thank you so much.
Hello, I am the Baroness, and today I am playing Jimothy Q. Hogchoker. Yeah. Who is a Lightfoot Halfling Artificer, created by Of Three Kingdoms.
Hi, my name's Matt, he, him, and I am playing... Go!
No, she, her. It doesn't matter.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter. I am playing Dewey, or Daphne, but Dewey. And they are they, them, and they were made by Red Dead Coquette, woo! And they are a variant human, bard level 5.
Woo! All right. So now that we know who's in the mix, let's give them some horrible things to ruin my life by distributing our pre-game inspiration cards. If you're a member of our Patreon, you get a number of cards, depending on your level, that you can assign to any of the games we play. And we got a bunch, because Thirsty Sword Lesbians doesn't use them. So we've got 2 cards from Cheesecake Fries, 1 for the players, and 1 for me.
Oh.
Keeping the balance.
We have 1 from NGC 457 for me.
Oh.
We have 1 from Shadow Child to the player.
Shadow Child!
And we have 1 from Lee to the player.
Yay!
Ooh. Take it.
So, we'll quickly go around. Let me know which cards you have, and then you can decide who is holding the card. The rules for cards, of course, is that each player can hold up to 1 at a time. If there is excess of that, they go in the pool, and once you use your card, you may draw another if you end up with more than 4. Christy, which one are you currently holding?
I have Vital Strike. You may reroll any number of damage dice on a single attack or spell. You must use the second roll.
Woo!
We've got a protective oil here. As an action, you may apply this oil to skin or a set of armor, granting it a 2+ magical bonus to AC for 10 minutes. This bonus stacks with existing bonuses.
Ooh.
All right. And what do we have on that side of the table?
We have a concentrated, which I've never seen before. For the next hour, you can concentrate on 2 spells at once.
Ooh.
All that study or natural talent really pays off. I don't know why we're going southern.
I don't know why everyone's Southern either.
Southern all of a sudden.
Here we go. All right.
Suddenly Southern.
That's awesome.
That's our next arena.
We can Rochambeau for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll allow that. That seems fine. We also have a small number of bits that have already come in. Let me toggle over to my other screen just to make sure I'm not missing any. Great. We have 1,500 from
A little bit of bits.
Vanilos one. Thank you. We have 1 for me and 2 for you.
Woo!
Hey!
Nice.
Synergy.
I don't know if this is
But it's a
better
share.
or worse than
Okay.
putting you guys next to each
I don't
other.
know.
Uh-oh.
You're surrounded now.
Yeah.
Oh, late breaking bits. We have
Oh.
1,000 bits from Red Dead Coquette. 1 to the players.
Yay!
And 1 for me.
All right. Red Dead Coquette in the chat. Me Dewey. Me do.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it wrong, if I'm doing Dewey wrong, you let me know.
You're doing it.
Oh, chortle. Wait, what did she say? In the show?
Jankies?
No, I don't
No,
say
no,
that.
she's
No,
Zoids.
you're
Jeepers.
Jeepers, thank you.
We had a long
What is it,
discussion
turtles?
about everyone's appropriate catchphrase. Yours just turtle.
Wait till you hear mine.
Turtle.
Oh,
Jeepers. All right.
good golly. Well, I
you
suppose on
touching?
that
I'll
note,
forget.
we should make some noble attempt to get into our mystery. And of course, our mystery today begins, as all mysteries do, with 4 teenagers in a camper van making their way up the coast of the eastern coast of the U.S. You guys have been on this grand epic road trip, seeing a lot of the sights, and today you are bound for Leeds Point. Leeds Point is adjacent to a very large national forest, which is known to be very interesting, and it has some sites of historical interest. One of the things that it is most known for in the summer is the History Hike, which is a guided tour that starts in the center of town, goes up through the forest to the old Chatsworth Estate, which is this old mansion built up on the cliff kind of overlooking the coast. So you are surrounded by beautiful trees and you can see the ocean down below you. It's supposed to be really lovely. It is a guided tour, of course, where one of the local historians walks you through and tells you about the history of the town. And for whatever reasons, known only to you, you've decided that this is going to be your next stop for the afternoon. However, as you arrive in town, you notice that it seems pretty somber for a place that's supposed to be having all the sort of summer historical festivities, right? There's like one kind of sad "Welcome to History Days" banner that's a little bit droopy off of one building. But you're not seeing like the gleeful sort of street fair atmosphere that you were expecting on this, warm late summer day. It seems a little bit, I don't know, quiet, depressing, abysmal. But you do spot the Historical Society. It's a little historic building kind of wedged between 2 much more modernized buildings. It has a little old-timey shingle up top that says Leeds Point Historical Society. And the door seems to be propped open.
Who's driving?
That's exactly.
First things first.
I'm pretty sure you're driving.
Oh, wow.
I am
Autumn.
now in the wheel well.
Manual cars, not totally used to them here, but...
Well, at least you did stop driving on the wrong side.
Oh yeah, no, that was great. You all have some very wide roads here.
Mm-hmm.
At least here you do a bit of weaving and a wobbing. And wow, it seems history's got into this place a bit. No one's here.
It's probably late in the day. They're all like taking a nap or something. Or maybe they're having coffee or something.
Oh, that's a nice little cafe. And the Historical Society.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're becoming Scottish now. That's fun.
It really comes and goes. I like it.
Thank you.
It's meandering, just like you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you do a lot of study abroad, you just start picking up different accents, different ways of thinking. It's all real fun and games.
Well, since we're here, do we want to stretch our legs a bit?
For sure.
Off the seat again.
The collection of fast food cola cups just goes flying out of every cup holder yet again.
And with Erie's long trunk, he'll pull on the side door of the van and just open it up for y'all. All right, we're here. Take a good look at it.
Jimothy goes over, kicks down the extended steps so they can step down, and they stretch a little bit and start looking around going, yeah, I have no idea what to do here.
Well, Dewey's gonna, with their pigtails, and just kind of like pull out a little compact and just kind of start putting on a little more rouge and be like, I wonder if they have a gift shop here. And he just kind of like walks down the thing as it squeaks.
It's a historical society.
Well, of course it's a historical society, but they're, they used to do things like makeup for mummies and stuff like that, so.
Perhaps there's a novelty t-shirt in the shop. We should go take a look.
A novelty. And we'll start walking to the...
Everyone's looking at each other.
Can everyone remind me of their names again? Because I want to call people by their names.
Shelma.
Shelma.
You can call me Edward, but my friends call me Erie.
Edward Erie, thank you.
Jimothy.
What do you go by, I guess?
Short for Jimothina. Just say Jimmy.
Jimmy, love
Yeah,
it. Thank
we'll go
you.
with Jimmy.
Oh,
Perfect.
Lord.
Let's go.
Lock the door.
Jeepers, let's go.
You all start heading toward the Historical Society, and as you approach the propped open door, you hear voices from inside. Sounds like there's a conversation happening. And as you walk up, you peer inside, and you see a very tall, dark-skinned man who is kind of leaning against a desk that's sort of set toward the back. It's one of those desks that you're not sure anyone actually sits at because it's just got a lot of like pamphlets and like, displays on it or whatever. But he's sort of leaning on that with his arms crossed. And he's speaking to a very well-dressed woman who, very tall, kind of like big swept up hair, a little bit bordering on like pageant queen, but not quite tall enough to get that close to Jesus. But with like the really immaculate suit that kind of seems out of place in this otherwise historical building that is clearly meant to still look turn of the century and kind of be part of the historical element. The man himself, interestingly, kind of looks like maybe he's almost dressed to theme, a little bit old-fashioned, kind of that waistcoat, shirt sleeves rolled up, trousers. One of those classic looks that could be from any time period, but really reads kind of that, early 1900s vibe. And he hears me listening to this woman saying, and I really just think that, we're going to have to do something about it. We can't sustain if we don't have tourism. So I'm just pointing out that this would be the perfect time to put in the applications again to just finish renovating all of the buildings. And he sort of is nodding and just goes, I hear what you're saying, but that the historical preservation of this town is very important to me, and I have no intentions of signing off on such a thing. She gets very like, well, if you won't listen to me, maybe other members of the board will. And sort of trots out, goes to attempt to leave, and runs essentially right into all of you clustered in the doorway. Oh, hello.
Hello.
I don't mean to pry, but actually you probably do have a point if those renovations are going to bring this building up to code.
See? The tourists understand what I'm talking about. We can't just keep leaving this place in disarray. I assure you, this building is entirely up to code.
I mean, when you look at the banister up there and looking at the aging of it, I would say it's a good turn of the century is what I heard. Yeah, that's a pretty old piece of timber there, and I'm not quite sure how stable that looks.
Oh,
The fact that it's exposed and all.
Where's your excitement? Where's your adventure? And I start walking over to the stirrups and start going up and down. See, it's completely sturdy.
You know, they really don't make them like they used to anymore. We've got dovetailed joints that'll survive earthquakes and wildfires and almost any other natural disaster you can think of.
What about termites?
Well, it's been termite proofed. That doesn't degrade the historical renovations. So, I mean, you're welcome to. Are you with the exterminators?
No.
No.
Great.
No.
I didn't think that was scheduled for another month anyway. Come on in. What can I do for you? I'm Dr. Jim.
Well, Dr. Jim, as you can see here, we're just a group of normal teenagers really interested in history.
You know, it is nice to see our young people taking an interest in history.
Woo! Erie, catch me!
How much do you weigh?
I don't know. Where would I see that?
I have no idea. Because my trunk can hold 65 pounds, so...
Let's say we're probably about 60.
Sure.
Kid.
Dexterity check.
Sure!
Yay!
-1. Here we go. 19 -1, 18.
You do manage to catch Jimothy as Dr. Jim goes, all right, maybe I should just go, and walks over and pulls the little, stanchions out that say, please do not climb on stairs, and kind of just, sets them on the bottom step. All right, maybe that's a little bit too much excitement. What brings you young'uns out here? We haven't had many tourists this season, so it's nice to see some fresh faces.
Well, we were under the impression that there was some sort of festival going on, some sort of entertainment.
Yes, this is the History Week festival where we celebrate the history of Leeds Point and the Chatworths and everything else about our lovely national park. But unfortunately, most of the festivities have been canceled because of the sightings in the forest.
The sightings in the forest?
Yes. You see the very snotty woman has kind of been watching all of this from the doorway, and she goes, "Oh, I don't even know why we bother. Apparently the monster is back, and he's chasing people through the forest."
The monster?
Yes, the devil that lives in the forest. Some stupid old legend about this giant creature that used to chase people all through the forest years ago.
As a loxodon of religious and mythological curiosities, would this spark any thoughts in my mind?
Give me a history check.
Right.
May I also do a history
Absolutely.
check as a big nerd?
13.
13?
14, beat you by 1.
Okay. Honestly, you've never been to this area, so you're not sure exactly which story this is, but the monster that lives in the woods and chases people around is a fairly common story that you especially seem to run into in a lot of the places you stop. You've been on this road trip for a while. You stopped at a lot of different places throughout the U.S., there've been a lot, you definitely got chased by something in the swamps when you were down in the bayou. Yeah. You definitely got chased by something when you were visiting all the historic battlefields. There seems to be a lot of local monsters that chase things.
I'm beginning to think it's us.
I was going to say, or the monster's chasing us at this point. Well,
I mean, I find it all very interesting.
Me too. I mean, that's your tourism right there.
Really, we'd get a lot better tourism if you would just let me apply to finish renovating the town. We could turn over the old estate into a spa, reopen it, and we'd get such a better clientele. Dr. Jim just kind of does that eyes closed, pinch the brow, and is like, I feel like you have missed the point of historical preservation, but all right.
Is the woman inside the door or outside the door?
She is inside, but she's at the doorway.
Okay, so Jimmy walks over, goes, I really do understand what you're saying, ma'am, but it's going right over my head. Shut the door.
She is just inside, so
it's basically pushing her out.
What?
Click.
What? James, let me in. And Dr. Jim just kind of goes, well, that's a neater way of dealing with her than I've seen before. Since you're here, can I offer you a pamphlet?
That would be lovely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, and any information on this creature, that sounds kind of fun.
Well, really, there's two creatures, right? There's the devil, and then there's the ghost, and they've both been spotted in the woods. They seem to pop up at the same time. It's a very old story. As he's saying this, he's like gathering little like pamphlets and flyers about different points of interest in the town, and kind of stacking them up and handing them to you. You see, there's an old legend that back in the days of yore, whichever days those were, that there was a beautiful, rich young daughter of the family that lived up at the Chatsworth estate, who fell in love with this boy that just wandered out of the woods one day. Nobody knew who his folks were, where he came from, but they fell madly in love. Were planning to run away together, but of course her family would have none of that. Somehow barred them from seeing each other. We're gonna send her off to Chicago, and instead she, you know how young people are in old legends. She threw herself off parapets, as it were, down into the ocean, and ever since then, a ghost is sometimes seen wandering out along the cliffside, looking out to sea. The boy, on the other hand, apparently found out about this and was filled with sort of a rage, and went up to town to find her father, and wings erupted from his back and a tail split from his body, and he flew up into the sky as this horrible monster, and took off into the forest.
Didn't do anything, just did a little bit of a show.
Really specifies, but he has supposedly haunted this place ever since.
Oh.
Are people getting hurt, or?
Well, there have been stories in the past of people getting sort of chased around, which can certainly cause injury. People tripping up in the forest, getting lost in the woods for days and days at a time. All the stories are different, you see. They do say he comes from the devil, and if you spend too long around him, he might drag you down to the hells. You know how these folk stories go, right? I myself have never encountered this monster, so I can't really tell you. Though I have seen ghosts before. Those I do know are very real. You spend enough time with history like I do, you meet a lot of ghosts. The biggest problem right now, of course, is that we're supposed to be hosting the history hikes heading up to the Chatworth estate, and it's real hard to convince people to go wandering off into the woods when there might be a giant flying monster ready to drag them into hell.
It sounds to me like they just need to... Have they found each other in the woods? Because it sounds like...
You know, I don't rightly know. As far as the legends ever say, the last time they saw each other was when her daddy dragged her out of his arms and took her to drag her off
sad.
away. So, maybe that's why they're both here again, looking for each other.
We should reunite them, you guys. We should reunite them. I know that I have a sixth sense about this kind of thing.
I'm neither.
I do. You know, you remember. At old man Jenkins' place the other night when we had that little seance moment.
Oh, you've already been up to the carnival then?
We have. Is old man Jenkins here?
There's always an old man.
Patty Jenkins.
Ma'am, ma'am.
No. Patty Jenkins. He is the caretaker up at the abandoned remains of the fairgrounds.
Well, get out of town.
Potentially they're related.
Yeah. There are a lot of Jenkins in this.
There was Josephine Jenkins down in Mississippi. There was Jeremiah Jenkins over there in Tennessee. Now whatever this new Jenkins is.
Well, we should go meet Jenkins.
If you want. He's not always much of one for company, but he's a little spooky, but generally harmless, as far as I can tell. Just likes to keep to himself and tries to maintain the old fair wagons and what's left of the playground and all of that for as a site of historical interest.
As they say, fear is just simply a lack of knowledge. So I'm pretty sure people are scared of Jenkins and whoever these folk are just because they don't have the knowledge.
You know, I think that's a very good point. If people would just educate themselves about these situations, then perhaps they wouldn't be so frightened of the unknown.
And screen wipe.
A bright, psychedelic, colorful flower spins forward and then spins back. And we now see our teenagers. I don't know who's in front. I'm assuming it's probably Dewey, because Dewey was the most excited about this.
Yeah.
With a big old fold-out map, like cartoonishly oversized.
Right.
With that very classic, almost like crayon sketch drawing with a red dotted line and a big like X and circle showing the location of the abandoned fairgrounds.
I think we're almost there, guys.
You do notice that as you have entered into the Horton State Forest, things have gotten very dark very quickly. Some of it might be some of the overgrowth of the trees, but you're also not entirely sure about that. Everyone give me a nature check.
Yeah.
Nature!
Roll some dice in this game.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
5. Map.
Map.
23.
23.
Whoa.
5.
Map.
Blocked
Map.
by
Yeah.
map. Shelma and Erie, you start looking around being like, we got here in the mid-afternoon, so this could be like the sun setting, but also it's summer, but also you look around, and while you are in a pine forest, it is a very scraggly pine forest. There's not really a lot of foliage and overhang. You might even say it seems kind of barren around here. And yet, somehow, the sky above you seems to be getting increasingly dark. You're in this sort of twilight as you're wandering through, and you suddenly come upon a clearing. And at the far side of this clearing, before you enter the next section of trees, you do see the colorful wagons and tattered detritus that you must assume is the abandoned fairgrounds, the abandoned carnival, the abandoned something. It definitely looks like it has been sort of like, it's that frozen in time effect, right? Certainly some decay approached it, and then at one point someone just said, we'll halt it right here. You can see as you're approaching, there's a large area with like sand, almost like a big oversized sandbox with these like sculpted pirate treasure chests kind of dotted around. And there's sort of, a little sign up on the side, a little signpost that says, Captain Kiddo's Playground for Wee Ones. Off in the distance, you can see what looks like a very stereotypical fortune teller's sort of cart. And then beyond that, what looks like almost a, circus animals cart. And you can see that the forest seems to be starting to kind of overtake this back edge of what's left of things.
Jinkies, it does seem to be getting dark around here pretty fast.
Zoinks! I didn't realize that. I don't know how I can actually say that. So you're zoinks?
Zoinks!
Zoinks.
Zanks.
There it is.
Zoinks.
Zanks.
Your diphthongs are going to get a real workout today.
Yeah.
Zoinks. I believe you're right, Shelma. It's getting quite dark out there.
Jeepers, this map is really hard to read.
Didn't we just leave town at 3?
Are we being led by... We have Jimothy, but Jim?
Dr. Jim just gave you the map.
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Jim.
Unless you wanted him to come along, in which case I can say that he's
I
with
was
you.
going to say, despite this being a guided tour, I think we were just like, we're intrepid.
Yeah. We're teenagers.
We did a screen wipe. We didn't really work out the logistics.
No.
But yeah, if you want him with you, he could be with you.
Yeah.
Great.
In
Wait,
case
is he
that
with
woman
us?
comes
Can
back.
he be with us?
If you guys want.
Just because I want to ask questions.
You can
Dr.
page
Jim,
him.
where was the last? You can page him. Where was the last time we saw the girl and the young girl and the young boy? Just curious. Like, where was the sighting? Was it in that part of the forest? And then, like, we'll reference behind where we've walked. This part of the forest, and like the carnival.
It's kind of hard to tell directions in the forest. Usually we just get someone running out screaming that they saw the monster, very standard, like, it's coming to get me, the devil is back sort of
Gotcha.
situation. But But I would imagine, based on previous stories that I've heard, that the closer you get to the Chatsworth estate, the more likely you are to run into them, which is just up a little bit yonder. This is one of the sort of benchmarks on the way. You come to the carnival, and then you just continue up the curve until you reach the coastline. That's when you get to the estate.
Oh, got it.
So Jimmy's just is super excited. They've seen this entire thing now, going, this is amazing, guys. You should all come in. And starts running through the areas and around things. Going, it even says for we won. It's meant for me. And just bounce. But while I'm doing this also, is there a way for me to be, since I'm so distracted with how cool this is, to also kind of do a quick perception, see if there's anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah, go ahead.
What would that be?
That would be either perception, if you just want to get a general lay of the land, or investigation, if you're actively looking for something specific.
Perception.
Okay.
14.
14. As you get up closer, you're starting to bounce around. Like this area, again, it's very old. Definitely has construction similar to the Historical Society. Does feel very well maintained, though.
Okay.
Like, tracks with what was said about this caretaker, like really, taking care of things. You do notice that there is one outhouse that is like way off further away from everything else, which seems weird, but other than that, it seems like a rundown carnival. It also seems like it would be a great place to hide stuff or make out with someone. It's got a lot of those little like dark nooks and crannies where it's like, oh yeah, this would be a great place to like stash the moonshine or make out with your boo.
Or to hold a terrible ritual.
Yeah.
Shelma would love to detect magic.
Okay, yeah. Detect some magic for me.
Sit there and detect.
I have to find.
Yeah, you're good.
My list of things.
And once this gets going, she's going to start a systematic
Grid
walk around.
So Shelma's doing this whole linear thing, and here's Jimmy.
Yeah.
God. And no one's even had a Scarlet Minotaur today. On your grid walk, you see that there is a glow of some sort of like generalized magic, I would call it, that seems to be coming off of one of the chests in the Captain Kiddo's Playground for Wee Ones. Look at where everything is to figure out what else you would find in what order. You also get a strong sense of illusion magic.
Oh.
Coming from the direction of the like broken down circus car and kind of beyond, and it's almost like a vapor trail.
Ooh. Okay.
Like it's not necessarily on the object, it's like something passed
Was
by
there.
and left this sort of perfume stain of illusion magic.
Got you. Leading away, not coming in. It seems to be stronger further out, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to think about that.
No, I think that's reasonable.
Eerie is gonna take out from his pack, just looking or seeing the place, be like, all right, this is pretty neat, and seeing all the facts that, oh wow, take some notes. So early American civilizations, circus, wee ones. Fascinating. And he's gonna pull out from his pack just a couple of sticks and what else? Do a little whoosh, 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 say some words, and just kind of throw some sticks on the ground and cast augury.
Oh, boy. That's right. This is the highly magical arena. Okay.
Receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. Plan of action being, hi, I know I'm kind of new to this religion, so just hear me out and let me know if I say anything wrong. But just, if we bring the ghost and the devil together, will it be fine? Are they lovers? Do they need each other? Is that what they're looking for? Just like, send me a little something.
Okay.
Rich just like, okay, processing.
You see sort of like kind of appearing like almost like the HUD display. Like you're the only one who sees it. It's not really there. It just kind of appears in your mind's eye or your eye's mind. This sort of like image of like an Egyptian hieroglyphic, spread, like a painting on the inside of a pyramid. You see a large bird with a long beak and a long neck, and you see a cat, that very classic Egyptian way, that start running towards each other. The bird leaps up into the air and sort of flies, dives down at the cat. The cat leaps up, and as they meet in the air, they sort of connect and tumble. And it's hard to say if they're like locked in that death spiral or if they're just playing. And then it's sort of like from your mind.
Interesting. Pulls out another book. Oh, these hieroglyphs, they're a bit new to me on the new religion portion of it, but if I... Wait, no, it's a cat. Shit. And then you'll just see Eerie flipping through hieroglyphs, being like, have a trunk on one end, holding another book, and just try to like make the notes of, okay, well, if I saw the papyrus there, and then the bird, and...
You did also see that there seemed to be those very stylized like reeds on the one side, like maybe this image was taking place by a body of water.
Anyway, that's fascinating. I really don't know what to make heads or tails of that. Wheel or woe, as they say.
I think Dewey too, during this, while everyone's doing their thing, and like, we'll put down the compact, is seeing Shelma doing what Shelma does with the magnifying glass.
Every
I'm
time.
sure.
Yeah.
And seeing everybody doing what they normally do. I think Dewey's going to absentmindedly kind of go over to the fortune teller area, just because it's kind of curious, and then do a little investigation of their own over there.
Yeah,
That
go ahead and
area.
give me an investigation.
Sure. Love that. Well, it's a 10.
It's a 10. You kind of poke around. You're not really sure what you're looking at. It is a little bit like there is a slight level of like ooh about everything. There's a lot of nature happening. But as you do wander around, you do look and you see that on the back door there is a very, very modern padlock that is holding it shut. That doesn't look like it's fully clicked shut.
Well, Dewey's gonna do a little of their own investigation. We'll just kind of take it off, put it in their little side pouch, and enter the...
You open the door.
I feel like this is very Dewey, that just goes and doesn't say anything to anyone else.
Yeah. You open the door. I'm on the wrong page. My classic
Jeepers.
Notes problem.
Classic Dewey, just going straight into the wall that flips around, and we're like, Dewey?
And then
Dewey?
also kind of while going in there, I'll be like, you know what? And then Dewey, they're gonna reach out to, they're actually gonna reach into their side pouch and then just pull out a candle, and then do a little detect magic moment as well, because I think it's one of my my moments. I do a little detect magic.
Yeah, as you pop your detect magic, you are hit with a wave of illusion and enchantment, and also a small creature that is barreling out at you, but their attack misses because they rolled a very low. I need you to roll initiative.
What? Okay, that's a 19.
19, great.
Jeepers! is what you hear.
Everybody turns and looks. I will say that as you have now been alerted to the fact that something is happening, you may all roll into initiative on the next round. So go ahead and roll those initiatives. But you are first for right now.
Well, hope we got that out of the way.
As you turn and you now see a tiny little angry, it looks like a cartoon devil.
Does it look, it does, okay.
It's like this tiny little, it's got like wings and teeth. It's like, at you. Like an angry
Okay, never mind.
Well,
Oh boy, we're
do-
not going to be helpful.
Dewey's gonna and think it's like the cutest thing ever. Just be like, "Are you lost?" And then try and calm emotions on this thing, if I can.
Read me the language on call.
A group of people, but it says, was it a humanoid?
It is not. This thing is
Okay,
not.
then nope, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
What else can I do? But you know what? I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna ask if you're okay. I'm just gonna ask if it's okay. Did it attack me, or did it just kind of come out like a blah blah? No, okay.
You're not entirely sure because it was invisible until it. went by
Oh,
you.
interesting.
Yeah. It kind of appeared as it sort of like strafed by your shoulder.
Okay, I'm gonna try and grapple it. So, jeepers, and then we'll grab my pouch and then try and like
Sure.
cover the pouch and make
I
it.
will let you decide since you're trying to like get him like in your purse
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
I will let you decide if you want to do a strength or a dexterity.
We're gonna do a
check.
dex check, if that's okay.
That's fine. Yeah. No.
Sweet. Okay, that's a 4.
Okay. You kind of like lunge for it, and it just like at you. It is sort of. It does have wings. It appears that it probably can fly, but it is currently like scampering around on the ground, just again like a very angry demonic chihuahua.
Guys,
It is now its turn for this round, and then it is going to try to bite your ankles because that's what they do. And
Chihuahuas
it
do.
Yeah.
rolled a natural 20.
Oh!
Wow.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Blood loss.
7.
Cool. All right.
Dewey's not doing too hot.
You're gonna take 10 piercing damage,
Okay.
and you are poisoned.
Zoinks!
Jeepers!
As you just feel a literal burning pain, you know, in your ankle start to radiate up. Everybody, please tell me the rest of your initiatives as I discover that I don't have a writing utensil on me, so I will pull up a notepad real quick. I don't have paper either.
Do
Oh.
I see something
Do you want a
where
piece?
I have advantage on?
Because I have the thing, so you can use this.
Yeah, there's also many papers.
Just a +0.
Oh, right
I'm
there.
old school, unfortunately, and I like doing initiative by hand.
You're fine.
So, 25 to 20.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
20 to 15.
What's up?
You were very surprised. 15 to 10?
10.
10. Okay, great. Great. That's fine. That's fine. Do I want to ask?
You got to keep going. Just got to keep going low.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we are.
Oh, I was gonna say if you had a 0, I'm gonna be very impressed.
No, I didn't, oddly enough, of the two of us have the negative, but I did have a 0.
Hey!
Wow.
That was a test to see if I could remember everyone's names too. Cool, great, awesome. So we're now back to the top of the order, but now with everybody else coming in to help. I guess we could put people on the map just so we can start to get a visual sense of where everybody's placed. So.
Let's see. I mean, maybe like. Let's see if I can do this.
Oh yeah, where have you been?
Between the 2 treasure chests area, one more over. One, deeper in. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to be?
I'm actually thinking between the 2 trees right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next to whichever chest was giving off magical radiation.
Cool.
Shell.
If you want to be closer, you could be on this side.
Tomato, tomato.
Great. Cool. Get back to my page of things that are happening. Oh, well, I am mildly paused. It looks like we have some bits. From Midgard 1547, we have 500 bits for Shelma. And from Red Dead Coquette, we have 500 bits for Dewey. 'Cause it looks like
thank you.
might
We're
need
we're going to need. Thank you.
Gonna
And
need
thank you
that.
for the character. Sweet. Sure. Okay. We probably will need that in a moment.
Cool. So we are back around to Dewey's turn with Jimothy on deck.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah, I know. God, you little jerk! And then I'm going to try and I'm going to pull out my dagger and try and stab at it.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to do that because I have a bonus action in a minute. Is spiritual focus, again, I've never played this type of thing. Is spiritual focus something I'm already doing because I have just cast something with my candle?
Oh, I would say if it's not specifically an independent action, then probably.
It just says for spiritual focus, you can use a candle, crystal ball, spirit board, or a deck as a spellcasting focus. So if this candle is still maintained, can I then use my bonus action in a moment while holding the spiritual focus, or is spiritual focus an action?
Spiritual focus is just a feature.
Sweet, awesome, cool. So yeah, stab, and then we're gonna do a little moment. Okay, cool. Stab. So I'm gonna stab at it with my dagger, which is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Just
Boy, howdy.
you little jerk. Which will be a 6 damage, 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then so stab, and then I'm gonna try this Tales from Beyond moment.
Okay.
We don't know what's gonna happen, but I like it. And then I'll just be like, get out of here! And then we'll use my bonus action to expend a use of Bardic Inspiration and then roll on the Spirit Tales table for something to happen.
All right.
We don't know what's
I have the table.
Wow.
Sweet.
Also,
do you have the table pulled up?
Also, as you do notice that as you kind of stab at this thing, its skin feels real tough. Like it maybe didn't take as much damage as you would have liked it to. Go ahead and roll for your spirit tail.
I think it's made of metal or something. It's a 10. It's a 10.
It's a 10.
Do you want to read? I think it'd be more dramatic
Yeah.
if you read it, because I don't know what happens.
What is your? You guys are level 5. You already have a 10 for your D10 for your bardic. Damn.
Oh, for the tail.
For the table.
For the tail.
The table is out of 12.
Yeah.
The table is a 10.
I thought you only rolled. This might be me misremembering. I thought you only rolled whatever level your bardic inspiration die was, so it increases. You get more tails as you level up.
Oh, that's fun! I didn't know that was a moment.
I'm trying to double check because
sure.
that might have been a home rule.
We just learned this 30 minutes ago.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Tell me what to do and I will do it. So I should roll a.
I'm just double checking
Yeah.
really quick. I'll put it to the table. We can either just roll it off of the full 12 because it's a one shot and that's fun, or we can roll.
It's a one shot.
Great.
It's a one
So
shot.
Watch, it's gonna be like a giant eagle comes and destroys your bike. It's like,
you
okay.
rolled a 10. This is
Yeah.
a very cool tale.
Okay.
You, as you're holding your candle, you see the flame of the candle kind of like spark up, and around you, you see.
Can they be friends that I've helped before? Because I read in my backstory that I talk to dead people.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I can help. So maybe it's like a
you
friend
see
from
it-
before.
Yeah, you see
I
it
like
sort of
it.
form, and you see almost this like ghostly figure of a tall woman who you know is not a woman at all. This is just the form that she currently takes. And you can see her very lizard-like eyes sort of flash and glow as she looks at you and goes, "Oh, I see this is going to be difficult. Remember the stories." And you see this like ghastly version of a dragon's breath kind of imbue into you. This is the tail of the dragon.
Ooh.
The target, which I'm assuming we're making your civ. Yeah, so the way this works, oh god, it's been so long since I've
I know,
told you
this
the
is so
spirits.
exciting. I know.
So, starting on your next turn,
Mm-hmm.
for your action, you may choose a target that this affects.
Okay.
Because it takes an action to activate it. But
Oh,
what
love
will
it.
happen is the target spews fire from the mouth in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw, taking fire damage equal to 4 rolls of your bardic inspiration die on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful
Okay.
one.
I know dragon. I know that.
So,
Yeah. Cool.
yeah.
Word?
Yeah, from that cool dragon lady that you met that one time. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
We helped her. Yeah.
Way down in New Orleans, yeah.
I think it was in Dambrath. We helped her.
And that's going to bring us to Jimothy with this little angry thing on deck.
How far away are they?
If I can remember where you are. 35 and 40 feet.
Ah, damn it.
Yes,
Can I move and then cast?
absolutely.
I'd like to go ahead and move about 15 feet closer
Right about there.
and cast Mage Hand
Okay.
and see basically about flattening it to the ground. Just
Oh.
stay.
Yeah, okay.
Bad dog, stay.
You
Yeah.
just kind of smack it. Okay. Mage Hand can't formally attack, but I will say, because I like this and I'm always about rewarding fun, let's do it as like an opposed dex check.
Okay.
You can use your dexterity modifier, and I will roll and see if you can just kind of like smack this thing and like essentially make it go prone.
15.
Well, I rolled a natural 1.
Yay!
So, yeah, something. For
No.
being such a little halfling, something about your mage hand is exceedingly buff.
Yeah.
and you just kind of like stay. And you who are right next to this little yapping thing, you just see it kind of go like, and like just like all its legs kind of like splay out from under it as this kind of spectral hand is just like no. All right, that is its turn. It's gonna use half its movement to stand up, I guess, and yap at the thing that just tried to stop it. Da 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 da. Yeah, it tries to bite the mage hand, and even if it could, it missed. So it's just mad.
Missed air. Okay.
Also, I apologize. I need you to make a con saving throw. I
Sure.
missed this on your turn because
That's
you're
fine.
poisoned.
Oh, yes. That's a 21.
Okay, cool.
Am I still poisoned?
You are still poisoned. But you'll only take half of the poison
Oh,
damage.
jeepers. Okay.
So that's gonna be 3.
Okay. Still looking good.
Yeah, that
We're
burning
still looking
sensation
good.
in your leg is just continuing further up.
Oh.
And it's very unpleasant.
Okay.
And that's gonna bring us to. Sorry, I went out of order. So there's you, Jimmy. That was the critter, and then we're up to Eerie with Shelma on deck.
All right, our large Loxodon friend is just going to very casually move closer, about 15 feet, towards this cartoonish creature. In the meantime, he's gonna be like, put one book away, put the other book away, and then reach into a pouch and pull out a snake tongue. And just because I want to, you know those like rubber snakes?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out one of those rubber snakes. Maybe he saw it on the road on one of these, like in a 7-Eleven. It's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, Americans, fascinating. And we'll walk over and also take out a little bit of honey and just like wipe it on the tongue. And I'm gonna ask this creature to make a wisdom saving throw.
You guys are the creepiest bunch of teenagers ever. Natural 20.
Damn it! Okay.
Wow.
You just hear as he's waving this rubber snake covered in honey towards the creature. It's like, get in the bag, get in the bag, just get in the bag. And the suggestion does not go through.
Oh. Good idea, though.
But I am 15 feet closer.
Yes. Sorry.
No worries.
There.
Yeah. Come on. Get in the bag. And that's my turn.
That's gonna be Shelma with Dewey on deck.
Shelma is also going to lumber forward to get a little bit closer. We'll call it halfway by that far. Trunk is good. Yeah, yish.
Yeah.
And it's like jinkies. And cast Mind Sliver at our little boy, which would be a dex save.
Okay.
Wow. Well, my 0 int modifier, that's gonna be a 5.
That's what I wanted. I'm at. What am I doing? 6 damage of the psychical variety.
You think in this thing's direction and just see it go. It looks suddenly like it might be really easy to deal with. Weirdly.
Weird. I get that a lot.
Everybody make me a perception check as we go to the top of the order.
Is this based on sight, sound?
Sound.
Oh.
Sound, okay.
12.
10.
Sorry, you said perception?
Yes.
7.
15.
15. You 3 are very focused still on like assessing what's actually happening here. Dewey, sorry, I have to remember names too. Dewey, you're facing the other direction from everybody else, kind of facing out, and you hear just something crashing through the trees, coming toward you.
Jeepers! Everyone! Can I sense the general direction?
Yeah, it seems to be coming from, you would say, over this way.
Watch out behind you! And then we'll kind of point to the direction while kicking this thing.
Yeah, and now it is your turn.
Yeah,
so.
while kicking this thing away from me. With a... I don't want to do an unarmed strike. I'll stab this thing away from me.
Sure.
With
kicking it with your knife.
Yeah, kicking it with my knife. 24 to hit.
That will
Love
hit.
that. And then that'll be a 4 piercing damage.
Again, this thing's skin is just so thick, but you do get a good purchase, and you see it just like... And it just like poofs in like a little cloud of brimstone and smoke.
Okay, 1 down. Apparently 1 big one to go. And then we'll reference behind the 3 of them.
Oh, also please make me a Constitution save.
Oh, sure. How does one not become poisoned anymore? Nat 20!
Nat 20.
That's how.
You know what, on a nat 20...
Oh, is it really?
Technically you need like a restoration spell or something, but on a nat 20, I'm gonna say that you just
I
like
will suck it out of my
will
leg
it.
and spit. Like, that's what I'll do.
You just like will it to
All those
not
ballet
be a
classes.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because to be perfectly honest, I don't want to keep track of a poison condition anymore. So
Right.
natural 20,
Yeah.
you're cured.
Woo!
The power of
Alright.
the spirits.
Dewey flips their ponytails and
Yeah.
let's go.
Great. You are all still in initiative. Now that attention has been drawn, you all do hear that there is something crashing through the trees.
Oh boy.
Shelma, you recognize that it is seemingly coming from the direction that kind of vapor trail led
Okay.
off to, which you also know is the direction of where the, like, continuing onto the estate would be.
Okay.
And
What do you guys think?
so we can get a general sense of where it's coming from?
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be coming from, like, over here.
Interesting.
And essentially what I'm going to say is that you guys basically have a round. I'm keeping you in initiative, but you basically have a round to do anything or position yourselves before this thing is going to arrive at the top of the next round.
All right, guys, what do you think? Teen murder mystery pose? And like gets ready for their...
Did we actually settle on that as a thing we do?
We've been trying to do it at the end of when we solve our mysteries, haven't we?
Well, I mean, we haven't really solved the mystery yet.
We killed the little... Oh. No.
Yeah, we got the bigger one that you just pointed out that's coming along the way.
I just thought it would look cool. Okay, whatever you guys want me to do.
I mean, maybe when we figure out this mystery, we can look cool after.
All right. Tell me where to go.
Erie's gonna run for the big tree,
Oh, okay, Erie runs off. Sure.
right behind it, and like tuck right behind it. Yeah, and is going to. I'm assuming there's a rock on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a rock. What's okay? Intelligence. Okay, so this plan.
I found a
Intelligence is fine.
I got a rock, yeah.
I'm gonna grab a rock and I'm going to hold onto it and gonna hold my action when I hear the thing getting close. I'm gonna throw the rock or cast a light on the rock and throw it up.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, as it's coming, see if I can like flash it.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah, you're trying to flashbang it.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So that's what Erie is doing within this round. Jimothy, Shelma, Dewey, where do you want to be? What do you want to have prepped, if anything?
Where Jimmy is, I'm gonna say right over there by the animal wagon, but tucked in, like we're looking around. Yeah, right there.
And it's nighttime, right?
At this
Because
point,
it's
it is
dark.
functionally nighttime, even though you're pretty sure it's only like 4:30 p.m.
Okay. Oh, well, I don't have dark vision, so. Oh, well.
There's some very cute little twinkle lights
Okay.
on things that have lit. So like it's still fairly
Oh.
dark, and you could hide, but you did notice that like there's little like twinkle lights that are lit up.
Lit up in a deserted
Yeah.
vessel. Okay.
It is
Cool.
maintained.
Look, I didn't
Okay,
say it
Jim.
made sense.
It's allegedly maintained
Okay, Dr. Jim. Okay,
by
Dr. Jim.
somebody who we have not seen yet.
Yeah, I mean, think of that place that we saw in the brochures, Bodhi.
All right. Yeah. Oh, is Dr. Jim with us?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna do
You look around
I wanted
and
to
you
do
don't
something.
see him.
Oh, we don't see Dr. Jim.
I was gonna throw him in the fortune teller wagon. If he was still with us, like, stay in here, you'll be fine, and then slam it and lock the door.
No, you look around and you don't see hide nor hair of Dr. Jim right now.
Was it Dr. Jim?
Was it Dr. Jim?
We don't find that out until the
And Shelma, what are you up to?
Trope Aware Teen Mystery Gang,
Yeah.
my new band.
Yep. Shelma is going to my hidey hole got taken. So that's fine. We're gonna go. Shelma's gonna walk through these chests back to the magical chest and cast light on the middle one.
Okay. Cool.
So it's a little beacon. Boop boop.
Yeah.
I don't know how bright or helpful that is, but it's something.
Well, and
It essentially now the playground is illuminated.
Yeah.
Is kind of
Great.
what's happening. There's
Great.
like a little ring of light.
There's a little
In the
something
sandbox?
going on. You can find us here if you need to. Just kind of. Do I want to do? I don't want to do it yet. I don't want to hide yet, but I think it'll be funny.
Cool.
that's funny.
Do you want to open or check on the magical?
If I
chest?
have the time to do it right now, I would love to.
I will
open
let
the
you
chest.
essentially like bonus action. Use your bonus action to like open it and see what's inside, but you will not be
Okay.
able to interact until your next turn. Pop the lid open. There are 2 potions. Give me an intelligence check.
Ooh. I have that. I have that somewhere.
Drugs.
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 Yeah.
One of them
It's just like,
coffee.
yeah.
Drugs.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yourself the case of the crack den.
I
A few
got
months
so
ago.
excited. What did you want me to say? Investigation.
That were I said intelligence check, which was
Intelligence
dumb.
check,
Do an
which is-
or investigation, whichever one is going to be better for you. You smart.
Investigation. I can't spell. So that is a 19.
Ooh.
That's a 19. One of these you immediately recognize as a potion of greater healing.
Ooh.
The other one with a 19, yeah, you this is a potion that has something to do with fire. You're not there's there's multiple possibilities and you're not quite sure which one it is. You need you need to possibly
I
just
need to sit here
F around and find out, or you need to meditate on it
I was
for
gonna
like
say I need
11
to
minutes.
think about it for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
A thing that I can do.
yeah.
You guys just take this one.
I'm out. Coming for the next round.
Can I identify from within my shell? Just like pull it in and be like, okay, we're just gonna sit
Your little private lab.
Yeah.
Yes, because I think that's hilarious. I will allow you to Genie Warlock.
We
this.
will. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. We're not fighting something.
Yes.
It's fine.
But yes, you have this chest open. You can see these 2 potions in it, and you are standing by. Everybody is set. What do you want?
Something?
Yes.
Is there a gate on the on that broken animal wagon?
The gate appears to be the part that is broken off.
But could we? Oh, so it's not even attached to it anymore?
Correct.
Got it. What's funny is when Shelma is doing their thing, Dewey has actually. They are gonna take the candle that they're still holding and then turn on some dancing lights, and was going to send dancing lights through the. Like trying to lure it to a very specific way. So like, but we'll be doing their own thing and then look up and be like, oh.
I really love that the response to Scary Thing crashing through the trees was just straight up make like
Bring
an
it here.
airway run.
Exactly. That's
All right.
Well, to be fair, Dewey was going to try and lure it around the tree and then away so that it would like try and follow the light. But this is funny. So without even looking at Shelma, because Shelma's still doing their
Worst
thing.
miniature golf course ever.
Dewey's
Not even a windmill.
Dewey's gonna light up, I guess, just the beep, beep, like come on here, and then we'll move behind the shooting gallery booth to hide.
Oh, yeah. Kind of popped back here. All right. You guys are standing by. You hear this thing crashing through the treetops. And just before you think it's about to get to you, you all notice something else. A weird movement from a different direction. As you see something start to appear right over here. Sort of appears to be a woman, except that she's completely see-through. All of you have seen this sort of BS before. You know it's a ghost.
Ghost.
Ghost. As you look and you see this sort of shimmer into existence, you also hear more of the crashing and thrashing through the trees as you suddenly see something else, something winged appear. And that is where we are going to take our break.
What?
Already?
I didn't know we're taking a break.
Yeah, of course we're taking a break because the GM needs to go grab a bunch of like spell effects and things. So it just makes sense to like pause here, and then when we come back, we will see if our mystery teens can solve this mystery or if we finally get a TPK in an arena.
Ooh.
Stick around, we'll be back very, very soon. Hello and welcome back to Quests and Chaos and today's Arena of the 5 E's, where our trope-aware teenage mystery gang is fighting some horrible things in the forest. Right before we went to break, you managed to defeat the demonic chihuahua, or whatever that was, that jumped out of the fortune teller wagon at the abandoned carnival. And now you have seen 2 creatures appear. One, a ghost. I'm not even going to make anybody roll for this based on the source material here. It's a ghost, guys! That has kind of appeared shimmering and apparated off to one side. And the second thing, a large winged creature that has come crashing through the trees from off in the distance. and you see it now as it comes crashing, and you truly see like it looks like it's crashing.
Oh.
Like maybe there is more fall involved in this than there is any directed. And as you see this thing sort of like comes through and lands right here. Reroll initiative or keep initiative?
I'm down to reroll.
Love to reroll.
Let's reroll initiative.
Yay!
Oh, wow. That's 2 whole digits.
Which two? I think I know. 25 to 20.
21.
Ooh. Dewey is on top of it.
Yeah, they are.
20 to 15.
15.
Oh, okay. You like that? Everyone's so excited.
Wow.
15 to 10.
10.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah, better.
9.
9.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's workable.
Have they seen the lights, and are they entranced by them on the floor, or these creatures?
I will tell you once I finish writing in some numbers.
Right now.
And Erie just throws a rock at them as they land. I'm like,
Yeah.
ow. What was that for?
Oh God, names. That's what's slowing me down. Is like racking through my brain trying to remember what things are named. That is you, and that one is you. Okie dokie. Doodle-doo.
Oh, interesting. Got it. I'm learning this system. So it's a bonus action to determine the tail and then to bestow it, meaning to use it is an action. That's cool.
And since you have determined the tail, that is still an action that you can do. So
and-
you are holding the tail.
And it's until short or long rest, or if I re-roll. That's so cool.
Correct.
Okay. So it's locked. Yeah.
Can I very quickly find the thing that... Probably not. Okay.
Alrighty, come here. Come here. Or just
Eerie?
there's a ghost over there.
So, what was your question about
Oh, if
your creepy boy?
no, I was just wondering if they've seen the lights and if they're like actually following it, or if it looks like they're doing their own thing.
It kind of looks like momentum was just carrying them to where they currently landed, and they are now kind of assessing this scenario. And you get to take the first action. Shelma will be next on deck.
Well, Dewey has definitely spoken with many ghosts and spirits before and is really great at matchmaking. So Dewey is going to actually come out of their hiding place. And do they look sad? Do they look confused? You said they're assessing their situation.
The winged, fiendish-looking creature seems annoyed. The ghost seems fairly neutral.
Did
from
Dr.
what you
Jim
can
give us
see.
their names? The names of the girl and the...
In the legend, it's just the daughter of the rich man and the boy from the woods.
Okay.
They didn't have specific names.
Daughter of the rich man, boy from the woods. That's what Dewey will kind of walk out and approach and walk forward 30 feet and be like, are you two looking for each other?
The fiendish looking thing, like, looks at you and just... What?
Boy from the woods. Are you the boy from the woods?
Raises their hands to start casting a spell. Which is great, because it's their turn next.
But I did this on purpose. Because now the focus is on me. I got a rock.
Raises their hands, and you see, basically, make some shapes in the air as they are wreathed in fire for a moment, and then it sort of, just dissipates. Yeah, that's what you see happens.
I'll clap. Drew will be like, wow, that was beautiful.
They look very disgusted.
Disgusted?
Yeah,
Oh, with themselves.
at the applause.
Oh.
I'm trying to paint a scene
I love
here.
that. Sure.
That was their turn, so now it's Shoma.
Okay.
With Yuri on deck.
Yeah.
If I can read my own handwriting.
Vexed is what I am right now. Okay.
What, this was what you expected?
I was expecting something to give me a slightly clearer direction to take.
Right, I was gonna say they're not
occur.
attacking.
They're
just
not
being
attacking.
weird.
Well, they're not happy.
Yeah.
Ooh, how far away is our winged friend?
I got my measuring tools now.
I am happy to move closer, but I would prefer not to.
That's 100 feet.
80?
Yeah, it's about 80 away from you.
That'll do. Go to sleep.
Oh.
That'll do, Pip.
Dude,
That'll do.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
All right, what's my say?
It is.
Sorry, I've never been the victim of the sleep storm before. I've just
I've
watched
never
them
used it
happen from a
before.
distance.
It's never been ideal.
Oh wait, no, you just
I just
you
put
just
you to
roll.
sleep.
No, you just roll and see if it
Yeah.
see if it's more than my HP. That's right. I'm like, I remember how this works vaguely.
17.
You roll your.
What am I rolling? Oh.
No, you essentially roll the damage, and if quote unquote damage,
Got
and
two
if it
days.
is higher than my HP, since I'm the only creature in that vicinity.
23.
What's my HP? You see this thing sort of like blink for a second, and then just what? It does not work, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't read the spell great. Okay.
No, but it's very funny.
And still haven't physically attacked yet, so that's good.
That is okay, and that is Eerie with Jimothy on deck.
Okay. I have the rock prepped, and I just see these spells being flung. It's like, I guess we're not really fight it. I don't know. I'm just gonna take a step away from the tree, so that way I'm in view of both.
So Scooby-Doo.
Hi there. I just curious, which one of you is a bird with a long neck, and which one of you is the cat? Because I did a bit of a searching with my new god here, and apparently one of you is a cat and one of you is a bird, and I drew pictures. Can you help me understand? That'd be very much appreciated.
This is the weirdest arena.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something different. I was definitely not expecting it to be this.
No, it's our fault.
There's no fighting
We're
in this arena.
ding-dongs.
Yeah. It's like, we want to reason with words.
Talking your way out of a fight is a valid option. You.
I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less.
Halfling with a cannon. You ask this. The fiendish creature again is just like now we've moved from like disgust and everything to like just disbelief that this is happening. Essentially, the face that I've been making as this whole round has gone through. Or it's just looking. But you do very faintly from over in the direction of the ghost just kind of hear, I had a cat. Like just very softly on the breeze.
Hi, appreciated. If you're wondering, this isn't new to us. We've seen a lot of things. We've been on a road trip and we've seen a lot of stuff. So, I've just learned to appreciate the conversation. You get some knowledge if you love to share.
Jimothy, that's gonna be your turn.
Okay, Jimothy. Oh, this is easy.
Yes, do not be swayed by your party.
Yeah, no.
Like
Live your bliss.
Okay, so how tall is the winged creature?
5'9".
Okay.
Evil.
Wow, thanks.
Like human average. Maybe 5'10" and a half with the boots. It is wearing boots, actually.
Ooh, it's a Puss in Boots. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I guess I could describe this better. This creature does have like wings and a tail and everything, but is wearing just like normal like pants, like hiking pants, and like a puffy hiker's jacket, and has boots on.
Oh, so I was thinking like the old Regency era Victorian high boots and
was
stuff. But no, we're talking about hiking boots.
The fiendish looking thing is in looks like contemporary
Away
hiking
from
clothes.
the woods.
The ghost looks like she's from like 1900s.
Oh.
Now we're
got-
talking like Arcturus, North Face.
You can't
REI.
quite see the logo. It looks like they've obscured it with a patch that is thrown up the like metal hand.
Oh, you're a lover of music. One of you like music?
Please,
I was like,
sorry, that was a little flavor
No,
sidebar.
that's perfect,
And I
that's
realized
perfect.
that's actually some valuable information for you to have.
It is.
I would like to fire firebolt 10 feet above their head into the tree.
oh,
Okay.
interesting. Rock on.
Metal.
Mm-hmm.
Roll an attack roll, I guess.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Oh, that good, huh?
Well, it might be great.
Do I have? I don't know how I add something to it.
Oh yeah, what do you add for the fireball moment?
Oh no, fireball is plus
Fireball.
is
great.
12.
Okay, 12. Yeah, you can hit the tree.
It's like I want it to like shatter above him and everything.
Yeah, just like
And going, do something!
We're really just like, we will not attack first.
Yeah.
that's the rules, guys.
Yeah,
We can't throw the
yeah.
first punch.
Yeah, that's not. That guy's the one that goes to detention.
Yeah. I can just imagine Shelba going over all the rules like, "B. Remember, this is how we have plausible deniability in a legal sense." Cool. This fiendish creature does look pretty badass as the fire sort of like rains down around it, except for the fact that it's just staring at you guys with just the most confused like WTF face, like kind of just bouncing around to everyone that they can see, just like, what? That is my thing. What did she do? Ghost just sort of wafts her way gently through the trees. Kind of just seems to be sort of wandering. Doesn't seem like super fixed on anything, doesn't necessarily seem to have a specific destination, just sort of like meanders. And that brings us back to the top of the order with Dewey.
Okay. Going to do. I'm actually going to start walking towards the female figure, the ghostly figure, and then while walking towards them, we'll put my.
Do you want to get all the way to them?
Yeah, if I can. Or actually, no. No. I'll actually start walking towards Jimmy, who's at the I think near the animal cart.
Yeah.
Just because I think that might be the next target since you flew a fireball, so I'll be next to you. But then I want to look at. I know. But I want to look at the female figure, and then I'm gonna put my hand to my palm, and then point, and then send a quick message or a cantrip. And I'm just gonna ask, do you know this winged creature? Because I think it has to be a very
Right.
whisper. Yeah. Do you know this winged creature?
She sort of like turns her head a little bit, like she's looking, like she's looking for the source of the message, maybe, but also she does seem to know where it came from. It's sort of an odd gesture as she just sort of looks around, and then she quietly says, "There used to be so many birds in this forest."
You're making me sad. Okay. So she didn't respond to the question at all.
She responded to the question
In
such
the way
as
that they know.
she
Got it.
Did.
Okay, that's my turn.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's your turn. Cool. This is now the fiend-looking thing's turn, and they are going to. Let's see. What can we do? they are going to look around and be like, I can't believe that once again, when I finally get everyone out of here, I have to deal with a bunch of freaking teenagers. And as it shrieks the word teenagers,
Okay, boomer.
a bunch of
+4.
yeah, let's God, I have to find the correct thing. There's an eruption of green fire right on top of you guys. I'm gonna
He's
need
aiming for you.
I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throws
Sorry.
from both
No,
of you.
it's okay.
I was going to, I wanted to help.
It's okay.
I would love to
Oh.
use
I'll keep that.
Potent to
Oh,
replace one of your terrible rolls with a 19.
Oh, wow.
so you guys can both roll, see what you get, and then between
saving
you,
throw,
whoever
so-
gets.
Whoever's
Am
got
I rolling dexterity? Or?
Dexterity.
So yeah.
Dirty 20 on my end.
Okay, you're probably fine.
Yeah,
You
I'd
should
like
take that 19.
You take that 19.
19.
You got that. That's
19.
yours.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Dirty 20, 19.
Cool. You both pass, so you dodge as this fire just like erupts around you. So you'll only take half of the damage, which is going to be 8 fire
Jeez.
and 5 necrotic.
Ah.
Okay.
Custom spells.
Ooh. Cool. Dewey's not looking too great. Not looking too great.
That is your turn. Yes.
Okay.
With Eerie on deck.
Cool. I think I'm
It
gonna
has a
start
plan.
lumbering over towards Dewey, waving the healing potion. Like I got something that might be able to help you.
Over here?
Yeah, as far as I can get over in that direction.
I'm gonna say it's here because I let you have diagonals. Cool.
Yeah. And oh no, I'm probably 60. Am I? What is my range from our winged friend, please?
Like 60.
60 is all I need
Yeah.
for another mind sliver.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 60 or less because I counted that weird.
Well, there's a tree in the way,
yes.
but I think this ignores.
You can still
that,
think in
if
its
I'm not
direction.
mistaken.
So that's
yeah,
an int save for me.
indeed.
God damn.
In T.
I am not. I am not smart. Yeah, that's gonna be a 6.
Yeah, that would be a miss. And why do I keep rolling? I keep wanting to roll d4s.
I mean, I'm fine if you want to roll.
No,
those
I
D4s.
mean that would be doing this incorrectly. I would never. That is 10 psychic damage.
Do you think a specific thought in their general direction, or do you just kind of glare at them and? it hurts
in the
them?
in the disdainful teenager fashion, just like, ugh, you'll never understand.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, it looks moderately offended, but also hurt. And
Great.
that's going to be Eerie with Jimothy on deck.
One is that the first effect they did, that fire that surrounded them, is that still there?
No, it seems like it like engulfed their body and then disappeared. Would you like to make an intelligence or an arcana?
Sure, let's do Arcana. I'm curious. 18.
18. It feels like you've never really seen it done that way, but you have definitely worked with people before who do that thing where they'll just like and like this shimmer appears and it gives them a higher AC. This seems like a fiendish reflavoring of that.
Got it. Cool. Neato. Speaking of understanding, I'm gonna continue forward with my notebook in my hand. Yeah, full movement. Yeah, get right up in there.
Like, you don't have to take it. I'll just show you where you can go.
Now, I'm a very, very new to Egyptology, but for me, the bird kind of symbolizes freedom and movement. And now the cat also has a bit of a movement, but if I remember correctly, it's seen as more of a holy creature. Now, if you could help me, despite your appearances, perhaps you are the cat, and just gonna wave that away. I don't know what exactly that is, but I'll just drop a. Where are ya? Where are ya?
You drop a fireball.
I was gonna say,
laugh
lose
my
my
ass off.
mind.
It's just like,
I just
a cleric with one adept feature, and it's just for fireball.
Yeah.
just trying to get a bit of an understanding here, and I don't think we need any of that bit of aggression here. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic just to get rid of that James knows. Just gonna Dispel Magic on him.
Are you just doing it at the base level?
That's all I got, third level.
Good. Do you have to roll for
I
me?
believe someone has to roll.
It depends on what level the thing that I'm checking
if it's
is.
4th level, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Right. Yeah, roll for me. There's certain conditions under which it would just be automatic because of the level that it's cast at in the first place. And I think this is one of those cases, but I'm gonna look it up really quick.
So for me,
Ability check based on your spellcasting ability.
So for
That tells
me,
it's a you check.
yeah, that's a me check. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a 14 or not, but I got a +6. 11. Do we have anything
No,
to use? Oh, we got bits.
Do it.
We got
bits.
bits.
Use the bits.
And well, that's I don't know if that.
All right, that's an 11 plus 4, so 15.
Oh, that definitely will work. As you see a little bit of a and the kind of redness of the face and the little horns, the wings and the tail all sort of disappear, and you see that really nasty lady from the Historical Society earlier, who now just looks like the bougiest hiker you have seen. And she's just, what the? Oh, it's always kids ruining things for me.
Oh, so you're. That's disappointing.
What's her name? Does she have a name?
You never got her name.
Oh man,
We'll just call it Bougie.
Bougie.
Oh,
Actually,
it was bougie.
you were talking to Dr. Jim. He probably could have
probably
told
told us
you.
who she was.
Her name is, this was actually relevant in a different draft of this. Her name is Smeralda Rispoli Poggio Salsa.
Oh, Smeralda.
Bougie.
Ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
It is a boomer.
Oh my god. She looks like she really wants to, do something to you, but since it is not her turn yet, she will just continue to be. She's starting to turn red again, not in the same way, but just red in the face as she is furious that you have dispelled her disguise. And that's gonna be, unless you have anything else you'd like to do.
That's an action.
This girl, I feel so bad.
Oh, the
for her.
girl.
'Cause
I
now
was
she's
like-
wandering. She thought that was her lover, and now she's what a jerk.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, it was. Well,
Like-
that's disappointing. Puts away the book. So how'd you fly? And I'll end it there.
Do you think that is gonna be your
question.
turn? That's the wrong size.
Crashing through, literally just waiting up there. It's all right, and 3, 2, oh shit!
Oh.
Okay, so quick question here, because I'm usually in there, not out here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, can I do a cantrip and a spell?
If one of them is an action and one of them is a bonus action, then yes, you can do a cantrip and a spell in the same.
Where do I see a bonus action?
It would be under here, so it'd be BA.
BA is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, that is not. Those are not. Okay. So it counts as an action, and
So, yeah, as I say, so if you've got something that's an action, you can do that, and then anything that's a bonus action you can additionally do, but you can only do one spell per round. So that can either be your action or your bonus action, depending on what you're doing.
Do it. Murdered.
Well, I was gonna do cure wounds, but they're showing up with the thing anyway, so screw that. So, and I'm thinking there's like, okay, how far away is Erie from Bougie?
10 feet.
Do it. Erie can take it.
Honestly,
As
yes.
soon as I hear Dewey say that,
Oh, yeah, do it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We've done this before.
Erie does
Take
it
it.
sometimes.
I go ahead. First of all, I do an action. Well, can I? Is it? I want to be able to do a spell and then also an action.
Depending on what type of action, look like if it's an object interaction, like you're going to cast a spell and then pull something out of your pocket, that I would allow as a free action or something like that. But it depends.
It's a free. Okay. It would be,
Explain to me what you're doing, and I'll tell you what's legal. How's that? I
Okay.
think that'll be easier.
Thank you for being patient, gang. I have a backpack on,
Yes.
and I'd like to pull the 2 cords on the straps of the backpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just flavor. I don't care.
And then I would like to cast.
Yeah. Cast your spell.
Okay. So
Cute.
pull the
Cinch up.
pull the 2 cords, and it actually releases the back of the backpack, and out from there, because Jimothy was into Robot Wars.
Yeah.
Fine.
She's on a team down in
Anyways,
Mississippi,
Yeah.
the Picayune Puppers. But
Cute.
and this thing, these mechanical legs just kind of extend themselves and clasp onto her shoulders, and you see basically a tube. It's really cool. It's gray and it has flames. Granted, it's in marker, but she's working on it. But
That was great.
and it sits right there.
Yep.
And as soon as that's done, she goes, shatter.
Ooh. Come on, Jimmy.
Okay. And
You're in trouble
That's-
now.
is that Dex or Con? It's been a minute.
Con. Shatter is con.
Okay.
Has to be a 14.
And you subtract a 1d4 on that throw because of Mind Sliver.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Well, I would have made it.
Had it not been for those.
Bam.
I actually read the spell, sorry.
And I believe, what is the radius on shatter?
Radius
what's
on
what's
shatter.
the range and what's the radius?
It's a 10-foot sphere
10-foot sphere and
and 60 feet.
60 feet. You have enough room that if you want to cast it so that it doesn't catch Eerie, you can.
Yeah, I think I want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Just a hair behind.
Yeah,
Bougie.
so it's just gonna catch her in the back.
And I'm just sitting there, it's like, when you were a devil, I had sympathy.
Okay, roll me the insane amount of damage that you're gonna do as you splinter burst a tree or something directly into her.
Well, no. What shatter is a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense. Within range, each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw.
I failed.
Help.
Then, come here. There we go. Click on that. And we are looking at, and you're casting it at base level?
Yeah.
It will be...
Well, no, second level.
Second level, 3d8
There we
thunder
go.
damage.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Bunny.
Come on. Yes,
Nice.
11. Yes, 15.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. We saw that you were
Sorry,
really
what was
into
it?
music.
11?
It was 15.
15. Thank you. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Okay. She does not appear to enjoy that. As she sort of rattles, and you just hear this loud boom as the shatter happens. That is going to be a perception check from everyone.
Oh!
Based on...
Sound.
Oh, gotcha.
Nope. 13.
Nope.
13.
Oh, 11.
11.
18.
9.
Probably just that shatter, honestly. But you know the sound of your own shatter.
Mm-hmm.
you're hearing something else too. Something else in the trees.
In the tree.
I do like that.
We don't hear it. But I know.
Yeah,
I'm just
the
saying.
individual, like only one person in the group ever hears the extra thing coming.
Yeah.
It is very funny. Like I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, but it's very
It's great.
entertaining. The ghost lady seems very startled by the thunder, and a little maybe panicky, and is going to start looking around, and suddenly looks and is like, oh no, that doesn't seem correct. And as she says that, her face begins to distort into this like horrible, like animalistic maw as her eyes get huge, and you see her almost become like a wraith form of herself. And I need everybody within 60 feet.
Oh, that's me.
That's everybody, I think.
That's
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, it's definitely right. I need everybody within 60 feet to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this fear
This is
or a frightened condition?
a frightened condition.
Okay.
This is
Because as much as I would love my character to be a coward, the fact that he's a pleasantly chill Loxodon gives him advantage.
yeah, he's
That did not help at all. I got a 1 and a 2, y'all.
you got. I will say that you do have some bits. I don't know that they're gonna help you though.
Total is an 8 at the moment.
I got an 11. Should I use a bit? Maybe?
I think so. Why not?
Okay.
I've got
Thank you, Red
8,
Dead.
so
Okay. I'm gonna do it. This is 6, right? Okay. So
Yeah.
11, 13.
13. Okay, so 13. do you have?
Anything?
Do you want to use a bit?
yeah.
Do it.
Let's rehab it. So bit.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can just live there.
17.
17. All right.
16?
16.
Do I want to try for a 14?
No.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. I don't
I
know
want
if
someone to
over
suffer
under-
with
I don't,
me.
I don't
I
know
want
if
someone to
14's gonna
suffer
cut
with
it.
Yeah.
You gonna live with it, or
I'm gonna live with it and make creative choices.
Great. So what did you actually roll?
I got an 8.
An 8. Cool, because it does actually matter.
Oh, right. I aged 10 years.
Oh, that'd be fun.
You actually aged 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, because it's 1d4 times 10. If you fail by 5 or more. The DC
Okay, but
is
we're teens.
a 13.
Yeah, that's fine, but you.
So you are now
37.
39. Yeah, like 37.
37. Now we can really be the one who drives the car.
And you are under the frightened condition.
Okay.
Everyone else passes.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, thank
So you are all like, this is like this thing that you're looking at is genuinely horrifying. You are not enjoying looking at it, but you are able to, like, you have seen terrifying things before, and you're able to steel yourselves and not feel compelled to flee.
to turn 39 years old.
You do just suddenly notice like a really slick streak of gray over
It was
right
around
along the
20
temples.
years.
Elephant? Do you look like an elephant?
I'm an elephant.
Yeah.
You are an elephant,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The wrinkles really deepen.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say because we just kind of were like, oh.
The tusks lengthen a little.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah.
That's
And
funny.
suddenly you're like, one of your knees is like a little feels a little tweaky.
Now the question is, am I like hitting like a Neil Patrick Harris? Am I a George Clooney? Or am I like...
Roll me a charisma
I was
saving
gonna
throw.
say, I like that your options were only top tiers.
Yeah.
right? One of the Culkin kids? That's a 20.
Love a Culk.
That's a 20 on your charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
You are definitely in like a Silver Fox Clooney, like peak,
Oh, hell
like
yeah.
peak Clooney.
You found
But
the
an
urge to
elephant.
buy a tequila company.
Right.
Amazing.
This is like the most non-combatant arena we've ever. Yeah. Terrifying. Anyway, so you are now under the frightened condition. Everybody else is just like, oh god, this something bad is happening, and that's gonna bring us to the top of the order.
It's always these confusing.
Dewey.
I don't know what to do. Wait, so we don't see what triggered this? We just heard something, or no, we didn't hear anything.
We didn't hear
Jimothy,
anything.
you
But
heard
we
the
just
sound of Jimothy's spell as the shatter effect happened. There was this thunderous
What
boom
did
right
you
here,
do?
and then the ghost basically had a panic attack and turned into like the horror movie version of herself. Now she looks like
Oh, wait a
a
minute.
Crimson
So
Peak.
Bougie did it, the ghost did. Bougie didn't turn into the
No, the ghost.
ghost turned it, yeah.
did. Oh, I
Ghost-
thought
It's like,
Bougie
what
did.
No. No, Bougie here is just
Is Boozy still
like
up?
doing the like.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Did she
that's
make the
so-
save?
She did.
Okay.
Unfortunate. I was like, that's gonna be hilarious.
She's a
All of a sudden, just dies from
Yeah,
ages 30 years.
Actually, wait a minute. What does she has to subtract a D4? Maybe she did.
Oh no! It was only a one
Oh,
time.
it's just the one. Okay, I was
I think
thinking,
it's just the one.
like,
the one roll.
Maybe she didn't pass.
No,
she
I
did
think it's
pass.
just the next save.
Okay.
Before my turn comes
Cool.
back around.
Great. That's gonna be Dewey.
Okay. Oh, okay. Dewey's a little frightened of the wraith thing, but in seeing the Bougie kind of
Yeah.
like tapping her ear, will kind of get like an evil little grin on their face and be like, okay, light up a candle and then cast Dissonant Whispers, and we'll kind of start going. Doobie doobie doo. Like this, and then send it on the
Creepy
air
music box version.
into Bougie's mind because she's already going like
minor
this.
keys.
In a minor key. Exactly.
God.
To try and get that. So I think it's a wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw for you.
save.
Yeah.
18.
Okay, you do pass. However, you are still going to take, because I was doing this at a 3rd level spell, 3d6 damage. And you don't have to run away from me. Whoops. Okay, so that was a 5. That's 10. 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I want to walk over towards Shelma, who's still holding up the potion of it. Yeah, like,
You can
and
go.
then grab the potion.
Yeah, you
if I
can
can do that as
You
a
can
free
get all the
action.
way. Yeah.
Love it. Perfect.
Yeah. You
Thanks,
cannot
Shelma.
consume the potion until
But
the
I
next
can
turn,
grab
but
it.
you can grab it on this turn, and then you can bonus action chug it on your next turn.
Love it. Cool.
4d4 plus 4.
Oh, thank you.
It's a big boy.
For the next one.
It's a
Love
big
it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big one. That's gonna be, as we have now dubbed Smeralda, Bougie's turn. She's not a fan of everything that is happening here, but you know what I am a fan of? Getting rated by Rolling for Charity.
Hello!
Welcome.
you.
We are playing an Arena of the 5Es, which is our D&D Battle Royale. So far, we have had a lot less fighting than usual because our teen mystery gang really just wants to solve the mystery more than they want to.
Teen Mystery Gang and one.
Now it's
Adult.
3 teenagers and 1 full adult because somebody did not pass the horrifying visage save from the ghost, and it's fine. He's the driver. Now he's just going to be extra responsible. If he can remember which side of the road to drive on, he's also
Right.
the exchange student.
And your insurance is less.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. I can rent a car now,
You
y'all.
can rent a car?
Sweet.
Maybe I can get an automatic car here.
Okay, this and she does not like that this she does not like that this you're here, she does not like this ghost being here. She is very unhappy with these circumstances. How smart is she about ghosts is really actually a good question that I should ask myself. Not, apparently. Great, awesome, wonderful. She turns toward the ghost. We're gonna see how this goes.
Uh-oh.
Fighting myself because she hates this horrifying thing. She is gonna turn toward the ghost and make some very arcane-looking hand gestures. The ghost is going to shriek. Thankfully, not in the damaging way because it's not her turn yet. Did she pass? I don't think she. Yeah, you see her basically throw a spell at the ghost, and the energy of the spell passes through the ghost, who just screams. And that's her very wasted turn, bringing us to Shelma.
Shelma is going to beeline it as best she can for the ghost. I don't know if I can get over there while pulling out her ghost sense quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Cool. And I am still not quite in range. Why does this never go to the page I want it to go to?
Me with my 900 tabs over here being like, I arranged this poorly.
It's literally just the sheets in the D&D Beyond app are confusing to me. And we'll go ahead and have some fun and cast grease in the direction of Bougie Lady.
Okay.
So there's a slick grease that covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range, and it turns it into difficult terrain. Anybody who is in that area has to succeed on a dex save or fall prone.
Where would you like it?
Yeah, like over her, not by my friends, but wherever she is, she can chill there. Stay there, lady.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Stop it.
Cool, very fun. Very nifty. I'm going to double check. Great. It would be Erie's turn next, except that you all suddenly hear something else coming through the trees, this time much more gracefully.
Oh.
As you suddenly see a huge bat-winged creature with the head of a horse, a long coiling tail and hooves actually fly in and perch itself in one of the trees, staring down at you. Its eyes glowing with fire as it sort of like looks and blinks.
Jeepers.
Zoinks!
Yeah.
Erie, did you see that in your vision too?
And you just kind of hear that like as it sort of surveys all of you. That was its turn because it had to finish landing. But that seems terrifying. And now it is Erie's turn with Jimothy on deck.
Mm-hmm. So Erie looks at his hands and the fact that they're just more aged, more defined. Can't see his face, feels that little shock in the knee, and then all of a sudden in his mind, the idea of, wow, I just lost 20 years of my life goes rushing through his brain, and zoinks. And he's going to just slowly start walking away towards Bouger.
You want to just close the distance?
And then just keep walking past her through the grease, being, is this what it's like to be old? And I will take
that dex check.
Take the dex check.
Okay.
Fail it.
Yep.
Go prone.
Yep. Okay.
Staring up at the sky, just wondering, what's life going to be like now? And for the first time, with all of their adventures, like it all made sense because it was a bunch of bougers before. And then it just comes into his mind. Fear is the absence of knowledge. And just continues to stare in the sky. And that's gonna be his turn.
I feel like I should make you take psychic damage on yourself, but that's also too mean. You've done enough.
Plus 5 existential dread.
Roll a sanity check, I guess.
I don't know what that is, but I rolled a 20 and it's an 18.
Okay, cool. No psychic damage for you, but you're definitely having a crisis.
Do I continue to roll for fear, or is that for at the start of...
I'm on the wrong page. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight, which it definitely still is at the moment, and you cannot willingly move closer to it.
Cool.
So.
Does the effect ever lessen, or?
I believe
or is it
you
permanent?
have to.
For our ghostly friend.
Once you get out of line of sight,
Once you're out of line of sight, it breaks.
then you make another whiz save, and if you succeed, then it's done.
Well, with my fantastic dexterity saving throw, I think I'm going to be in that grease pit for a while.
You will have a lot of time to stare at this guy and think about it, where you're technically not looking at her anymore.
True.
It's true.
The grease to the rescue.
That's a wild take. We'll address that when we get around. If we get to the next round, we will definitely come back to that thought because that is an interesting point. I've always wanted, like, it can't be in your line of sight. It's like if I just close my eyes, does that break the line of sight? I know that's not how it's written, but it could be. Cool. That's Jimothy's turn with Dewey next on deck after some other stuff happens.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, bonus action. I want my little robot Eldritch Cannon by the name. Just wanted to point that out. It's called Big Sheila. It has Big Sheila written on it.
I was about to say, does it have a name? I hope it doesn't.
It has the name Big Sheila.
Oh, yeah.
And it crawls off my shoulder, and it actually can move about 15 feet to the nearest tree and crawl up into it
Cool.
to hang to the side.
Let me get you a big
Big
Sheila.
Sheila.
And I want it
Sheila.
to track onto the new player, the new critter.
New challenger
I
Thank
classically
you.
like to use a dancing light. Where?
Yeah,
Any of those trees, I don't care. But 15, yeah.
Yeah, that's about 15 feet.
Okay. I would like to cast Shield on myself,
Good call.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then I want to move in 25 feet in front of the animal wagon to behind that tree.
Next to Bougie.
Well, definitely not in the grease trap. Wherever 25 feet will take me.
That'll be right.
All
Okay.
right.
Cool.
Okay. And that's it.
Awesome. You know what else is awesome? My segues are not, but this raid we just got from Persephone.
Oh my gosh!
Hey!
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah, we are.
Jinkies.
Yeah,
That's not me. Jeepers.
me.
Yeah. Jeepers.
I think all of the catchphrases are just universal at this point.
Yeah.
Cool. That is Jimothy's turn. That's gonna be our. That is gonna be our newest entrant to this, as you are going to see Dr. Jim shimmers and appears
Oh.
right next to you and looks down and is like, oh, now, son, this just isn't gonna work. We're gonna have to do something about this, and holds out his hands and casts Greater Restoration on
Oh.
you, returning you back to your 17-year-old form.
Yay!
Dang it.
You definitely observe. I don't know how much you were cognizant of it, but those of you who observed this happening, he appeared the same way the ghost did. And now it is her turn. She is now this horrifying creature, and she is going to look at you, Shelma, because you are directly in front of her, and just go, get out, and like fly directly at you. And I'm gonna need that charisma saving throw.
Cool. I would also love to use shell defense and withdraw into my shell.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
So that gives me a little AC bonus and advantage on strength and con saves.
Hey!
But I got a nat 20, so whatever.
You feel the icy cold of this horrifying ghost's fingers reach in toward your heart, and then you just feel the warmth of your shell like kind of surge around you as you look this thing in the face and go, no.
My two little eyes just like inside of the shell, just like,
Yeah, she's like, nope, as
Nope.
you are like now turtle shelled on the ground.
yeah.
Beautiful. Well, that's a bummer for me. I never get to possess
I know,
anyone. Just want to possess somebody. Come on.
I'm sorry. I mean, technically, I'm stuck in here until my next turn, so whatever.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You can start casting that identify.
Yeah. You guys take care of this one. Identify.
That's gonna bring us around to Dewey with Bougie on deck, followed by Shelma.
Dr. Jim, I'm gonna start walking towards the group. Because I don't think I can. Can I see? I don't think I can see the wraith from here. I know it's there, but I'll see. Yeah, I want to start walking towards Dr. Jim. Dr. Jim, what is that thing? And point to point to the thing behind him and see if he can give me a couple words.
Do you want to get all the way over here? That's what we're
Yes, wherever that is. Oh, whoa, wait. Yeah. I'll do that.
You fine. Cool. And you're hollering to Dr. Jim?
Yeah.
And you're pointing to that. Okay.
Yeah,
Which thing are we pointing to? Got it.
The creature in the tree that looks like a...
Dr. Jim kind of like sees you and turns around and looks at him like, oh, well, son, that would be what we call the Jersey Devil.
You didn't think to mention the Jersey Devil before?
I did. I told you many stories about the devil that lives in the woods. You do know that you're in New Jersey, right?
I was just gonna
Now
ask.
I know. Oh,
I know it's confusing because I'm from Louisiana.
very confusing.
Sorry, guys. I think I took a wrong turn.
I was gonna say, I thought we were headed to Maine.
Okay, well, and then we'll just chug the potion because I was going to do something else,
Yes.
but now I'm not because we're in New Jersey. And what I was going to do is not legal in New Jersey. So,
You're going to challenge it to a duel?
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's legal in New Jersey, though.
So I'm gonna, oops.
See, now I'm gonna look that up. I hate avoiding knowledge.
And I will gain, that's 4 and 2 and 2, that's 8 and 11 plus 4. Perfect. Thank you so much for finding the potion. So that is 11 plus, what's 11 plus 4?
15.
15, thanks guys.
15.
All right, sweet.
Chug, chug, chug.
Yes, chug-a-lug.
Smeralda looks horrified now that she has also observed that the Jersey Devil is perched in a tree behind her.
Jersey Devil.
Does not seem real thrilled about this, and she is going to... she is going to pull her hands apart, open a portal, step through it, and disappear.
Anyone got a counter spell?
What?
Throw that rock at her.
Doctor,
Did she have to take a step to get to that portal?
Oh.
she opened it on. She basically pulled it open like a cartoon hole, and like.
All I can see is her stepping on
What
the
a
grease
rat.
and tripping into
Yeah, exactly. She
fell on
would
the
fall
ground.
into the portal anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Jim goes, well, that's disappointing. I hate it when she does that. Don't worry, I'll get her later, I guess. Whenever she gets back from wherever she went.
I was gonna say, we can see you do a couple different planes.
Yeah,
We can find her.
exactly.
That is going to be Shelma.
You lose a turn.
Well, it's my bonus action to emerge.
Just creep out of your shell.
Just one little like hand, I guess, comes out and like puts her glasses back on her face and goes back in. Let's see here. Oh, that's a bonus action. Beans.
And toast. Beans, and toast.
Yeah.
Did they dance in the original Scooby-Doo series?
Yeah, they do.
They did? That's funny. Sorry.
There's actually a bunch that like cold open with like Fred and Daphne dancing while the other two are like talking about stuff.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, well, while I'm not frightened per se, I don't like her vibes. So we're going to cast Mind Spike this time, where I will need a whiz save, please.
How wise is the ghost? Could be better. Could be better. That is going to fail.
So she's also having an existential moment.
Yes, apparently.
Aren't we all? Okay, so I will incur damage. 13 psychic damage. And I will know where she is for the duration of the spell.
Okay.
Only while we're on the same plane of existence, but I do have a thing that lets me see into other planes of existence.
Okay.
So I'll let you rule on that one, whether that's cool or not. But like, I do have my staff out, so I think I should be able to know that if she decides to become hidden from me, per se.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
No, it took you a second. That's right, because you have the ghost sense.
I have the ghost sense thing.
Yep.
So
Yeah, if she tries to go into the ethereal plane, you will
I can
know.
still track
You will
her.
still know where she is.
yeah.
Cool. That is the actual Jersey Devil, who is going to. If I can get to the correct stat block that I'm using for this one, who is going to use his Death Bray effect ability. And I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wow. Why'd I come out of my shell?
Why am I?
Nope.
16.
Con, Dex,
Con. 16,
6, 4.
4, 5.
Oh, plus I have the shield up.
good luck, Jimmy.
How much does that give? What?
That's just for like attacks against you rather than saving.
Oh, physical
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Everybody's going to take. Wait, you got a 16?
Yeah.
Everyone but Jimmy, who will take half of this, is going to take 35 thunder damage as this thing emits the sound of like a dying horse that just reverberates and echoes into the woods around you. Jimmy, of course, you will take 17. Because you all, I am ruling this. This is also supposed to be a frighten effect, but I am ruling that since you guys all have already become immune to the ghost's horrifying visage, that you are immune to the frighten effect.
Does it matter if you're downed?
If you're unconscious, you're not scared of anything anymore.
Jeepers! Dewey flies backwards. Pigtails blow out. And their hair just starts flying
Very
wildly in the air.
artfully.
Yeah. Poof. They are down for the count.
Down.
Super down.
I would love your input on this one, because technically I can use shell defense again. I'm not sure if, because I just took my turn, I think I should be back on my reaction. I think I should have that back again.
You have not used a reaction this turn, so that is correct.
Great. I would love to draw back in my shell again.
Yeah,
So I can get advantage on that roll and try again.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay.
Never mind. It's fine. I'm in death state.
We're good. We're good.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Down.
you are in your shell, but at least you're cozy while you're unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I identify while I'm unconscious?
Are you down?
If you roll a natural 20 right now, I will let you do it in your dreams.
17.
Okay.
Oh well.
Hey, it was worth it.
I was
worth it.
willing to take the risk.
Are you
I'm still here.
conscious? Okay, I just
I'm
double
still
check.
I'm still here.
He was
Wow.
older and wiser for a
Well
minute.
done.
Now he's like, how much?
Dr. Jim looks around at all of this and just kind of goes, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
say.
And that is going to be Erie's turn with Jimothy on deck.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a TPK and I
I'm
love
going to
it.
put you down too, just so I
Who
remember.
knew? This
Just
was
so I
going to
remember
be
that
the...
you're unconscious.
Right?
Mhm. The Jersey Devil.
The actual Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
I have fun stories about this to share afterwards.
The
Oh.
actual
love the-
Jersey Devil has thunder damage? No.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
It's the thunder of his roar.
Wow.
In this fugue state, when I look at Jim and when I look at the Jersey Devil, do either one of them make me think of a bird?
At the angle that you're lying, looking up into the trees with the kind of the dark, there's like this vague, some vague glow from the twinkle lights and everything. The Jersey Devil, like, if you didn't know that that was like a horrifying fiend monster that just killed two of your friends, like, that looks like it could be a big bird. And, or, like, somebody who's, like, in the forest and prone to being spooked could see a big bird and think it was the Jersey Devil.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. My friends are dead because I've been looking up
That's
at the
true.
sky.
You have no idea.
I guess for me, with the wheel and the woe that I did with the augury, trying to like put it together, can Eerie decide whether the cat and the bird were fighting or trying to get together?
What would you roll to try to reanalyze? Pitch me.
I guess an insight
Yeah.
to like get into the mind of it, or try to like see the vision. I'm gonna continue rolling your curse die because it's more fun that way.
Okay, have fun.
18.
Oh, nice.
I will say with an 18, as you kind of cast your mind back to that vision that was sent down to you, it, like, thinking about like the movement of these images as they sort of leapt up, it looked very intentional, and it looked like it was timed to perfectly meet. And you think it was friendly. You think that if that had been sort of like malicious or to attack, like the cat would have dodged or the bird would have done, you know, more of a swoop. Like this seemed like this graceful arc to make sure that they kind of perfectly met together.
In that case, in this fugue state of just being in pain, having the existential dread, seeing my hand and it's back to being young Loxodon hand, am I dying? And then I look up at the bird way up ahead, and I'm gonna ask it for a wisdom saving throw.
Let's find out how wise. Oh God! I don't think it's gonna matter how wise this thing is.
14.
Yeah, it's not even worth me spending a bit. Nope, absolutely failed. He rolled a 2 on the die.
2 on the
With a plus
okay.
3. So.
Try to connect it with the bird and the whole smattering of things. I will suggest what's the word? Be with your love.
Okay. This is now 2 games in a row that I've been wrecked by suggestion. I just want to say that for the record, but I love it because the storytelling is great. You cast this up, and this thing that has just let out this like horrifying sound that kind of still seems to be like distantly reverberating through the trees on a certain level, almost like an animal would. That's stupid. It's a cryptid. It is an animal, but kind of just like pauses and does that little like head tilt in your direction, and then sort of like, it's that posture shift, like it's considering what you just said. Jimothy, that is going to be your turn, because unfortunately Devil can't do anything because it's not his, so he's just contemplating.
I'm desperately trying not to metagame. I mean, because I don't...
Jimothy's real smart.
Jimothy's extremely smart. I don't know if she would have heard Eerie. But no, she probably observed it cocking its head calmly.
You absolutely saw the shift in posture from a more aggressive stance to a more contemplative one.
Okay, then I rethink all the attack spells I just had going.
All of the math swirling around your head suddenly like back in as you reconsider.
Down but not dead, or dead?
Correct.
They're in death saves, so they
Get a few
Who's
rounds.
closest to me?
Say maybe equidistant, depending on which
maybe.
way around the
Yeah.
tree you go.
Essentially equidistant. I would say that like if you're needing to do touch, it would be to Dewey.
Then I'm going to move to Dewey and do Cure Wounds.
Oh,
1d8.
thank you. Do you want to roll a d8? You do it. I've been
Roll dice.
rolling
Roll dice.
today.
One.
So, is that it?
It's a detail.
Double cough drop.
I can let you do this one.
Thank you.
It's shiny.
Okay.
Oh, you are using the.
I love it. That's great.
Can I do a bit?
Well, does it come with district cube?
Plus 3.
Yo, okay. I was gonna say
Yeah,
it
it
has
comes
a
with
plus,
plus 3,
right?
so it's a 4.
Okay.
Use it up with
Jeepers.
4 hit points.
All right. No,
Okay, that's
thank you.
okay.
No, it's great. Oh, what happened, Jimmy? What happened?
I can't even begin to explain this acid trip.
Got it.
That is gonna be Dr. Jim, who is gonna look over and just be like, nope, we ain't doing this today. And is going to healing word Shelma.
Ah,
That's nice.
that's really nice.
Where's his healing word?
So despite the shit and fuck we dropped, this is still a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
Look, we get 1 for PG-13 rating.
It's all on cable. It's fine.
Yeah. What is your bonus, my guy?
My guy.
For
What's the bonus?
Shelma, you pop up with 15 hit points.
Nice.
Whee! Yeah, real.
I mean, you don't really pop up. You ever just
Pop
kind of
out.
like, ugh, from
She just explodes out of her shell like. Where are my glasses?
Can't spellcast without my glasses.
Can't see 60 feet without my glasses.
Love it.
Just in time for that to be the ghost's turn.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
This is down to go.
I
love it. I
Or can
love
we
it.
play dead?
Who is she pissed at? Kind of everything. She's just kind of generally terrified.
Yeah.
She herself seems like she is terrified. In addition to being terrifying. She is going to attempt to reach out and grab Shelma because Shelma is the closest, and she is going to whiff that so insanely hard that it's
Thank
embarrassing.
goodness.
She is now like right up on you because she had to kind of come at you and swung her like creepy claw hand and did just like nothing. And you just nope. And that's gonna bring us back around to the top with Dewey and Shelma on deck.
Okay. And kind of just, oh gosh, William, thank you so much. And seeing what I remember to be the young girl that just looked frightened and seeing the wraith. And again, I'm friends with ghosts. So we'll cast at 3rd level detect thoughts. So I'm gonna try and get into the mind of this creature.
Okay.
Yeah, as my action.
And do I have to roll wisdom to try to resist?
Correct. So I
you
initially
getting-
learned surface thoughts.
Yes.
What is happening right now in the moment? But I am going to use the action to shift it and try and go deeper, which is a wisdom saving throw.
Great.
15.
Okay. Cool.
And if you fail, then I get to get insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something looming large in its mind, something it worries over, loves, or hates. And if it succeeds, then it ends. So I'm going to try it.
Okay.
I know, that's cool. I've never
I
seen
like
this
that.
spell before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean,
Well,
when
if
it
it
works,
works.
it's
I
great.
was gonna
When
say
it
if it
doesn't work,
works.
it's sometimes causes problems.
Yeah.
Surface level thoughts are essentially like get out, go away, leave me alone.
Okay.
Why are you here? Like it's kind of that litany. It's the damn you kids get off my lawn sort of like attempt. But as you push deeper, and especially you with your connection to the spirits and looking, and even through this like awful distorted version of this ghost, you can kind of see the beautiful young woman that was there. You reach deeper in and you just hear weeping. It's just that like, please leave me alone. Please everybody go away. I don't want anyone to see me like this. I don't want anyone here. Why are they always here? Why are they always here?
Okay. And I can ask it questions, it says. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you locked in.
I was able, okay.
Yeah. She very much failed that.
So we'll start walking if I pick myself up,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
gently towards, like kind of like a calming moment, be like, why are you crying?
As soon as you ask that, you see the horrifying version retract, and she returns to the form that she first appeared in, and she sort of looks directly at you for the first time.
It's okay. It's okay. We're not here to hurt you. And then I'm near Shelma, it looks like. So we'll
Yeah.
put my hand on Shelma and just kind of be like, we're not here to hurt you. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Why are you crying?
I'm lost.
Who are you looking for?
I was supposed to meet somebody, but they never came.
Who are you supposed to meet?
My... Just somebody.
Okay. And then we'll kind of glance over at the creature that's still looming, looking confused. It's like, do you know what that is? Referencing the Jersey Devil.
She turns, as you kind of
Yeah.
indicate, and she turns and she looks, and you see her eyes get really big, and she just goes, John? To look at where we are in turn order.
I don't know how many questions I can ask. But I feel like that's a, yeah, I feel like that's a good moment.
I mean, we have your connection
done.
allowed you to
Yeah.
essentially ask the first question that kind of broke her out of
Okay,
what she
got
was in. This is now technically Shelma's turn in initiative.
Love it.
You have this ghost who is right next to you, but does not appear to currently be threatening, and definitely does not have her attention on you. And you have Dewey right next to you as well.
Which throws everything I was gonna do in the toilet.
Fireball!
I was just gonna bonk her, but now we're having a conversation. God.
I feel your
Please
pain.
tell
I
me
do.
more.
What are you gonna do? Ugh. So she is going to expeditious retreat. She doesn't want to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get to dash
Straight back.
away. Straight back is fine.
Yeah, so you go there if you want to like hide behind anything.
We're all friends here. We're all friends. She runs away.
Fastest turtle you all have ever seen.
I mean,
I love it.
It's like
So
hard.
trying to kill us.
Oh.
Running away, grumbling. We'll leave it at that.
No, I'm not that mean. I was like, roll me a luck check to see if you step in your glasses.
Oh,
No, I won't do that. You were able to find them as you got up. Just be like,
Great.
"Ah." Great. That is Shelma's turn. That brings us to the Jersey Devil, who it has been suggested to him that he go be with his love. He hears the ghost say, John? And turns and looks, and you see another kind of one of those head tilts. And he is going to glide down here and land. I know the minifig is that, like, this thing's big. Like, he's very tall. But he just sort of, like, looks down at her and then just, like, holds out this weird, like, clawed hand toward the ghost. And the ghost sort of reaches. This is like the wildest level of like, this cannot possibly work. You have like an animal claw and like a transparent hand. And they just sort of like the illusion of touching as they kind of look at each other. Okay. Eerie, that is your turn. If there's anything you'd like to do.
Do I get, now that the suggestion took hold and the Jersey Devil, John, John decided to go be with his love, knowing that did take hold, can I get a sense of whether this is a form that John has chosen, or is this a form that he naturally is in? Or was it forced upon him? Because we're in New Jersey now.
Make a
Jenkins disease.
Did you think we're on the moors or something? Is that why you were-
No.
I was like, is that why you were Scottish?
No. He was always the exchange student.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you do history,
Hmm.
religion, arcana.
Oh, well, we're gonna do religion, baby. Because, theological student here.
Cleric things.
Here we go. 22.
22.
Since we're nearing the end, can I use a bit just to boost it up?
Sure.
Bits.
Bits. We good with bits?
Yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
Hoo-ha! 22 becomes a 23.
23. Despite the fact that before today you had never heard of the Jersey Devil, at least not specifically, something does spring into your mind. Maybe it was something that Dr. Jim mentioned when you guys were walking out here in the first place, when he was talking with Dewey, or maybe it's just some sort of divine inspiration. You remember Dr. Jim mentioned that in the legend, supposedly this this boy walked out of the forest. Nobody knew where he came from or who he was, and that then he took the form of this thing when he went to confront the girl's father after she died. And there's something about that just maybe it reminds you of a story from your homeland about how sometimes, the devils and the demons and the things that go bump in the night will have offspring that can take human form that they send out into the world to choose if they wish to live in the worlds of the humans or the worlds of the devils. This feels like it kind of fits within that sort of narrative, that maybe this was not always the Jersey Devil, but chose to take that form when his love was taken away from him.
In that case, rule it as you will. I will attempt to dispel magic. See if there is anything that is holding John back from being with his love.
Go ahead and roll me on it. I like we're in the last few minutes.
one
I'll
bit
let you do
left.
shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Total 18.
Ah.
18.
Do you want to try that 20 yet? So that we can see if we can Beauty and the Beast this bitch.
23.
23.
Yep.
Through the power of your connection to history and to knowledge, through confronting your fear and your existential crisis, and through approaching these horrifying monsters with understanding and trying to see why and not just what, you cast probably the most powerful dispel magic that has ever come out of you. And that's saying something, because you use this a lot to get rid of booby traps when you're going through haunted mansions and things. And you see the wings, the tail, the horns sort of all kind of just melt away as this creature now just takes the form of a young man dressed honestly very similar to Dr. Jim. A little kind of old-timey, the boots. The waistcoat is a little bit more like a flannel, looks more like a workman's dress. He's a little shabbier, definitely could use a shave, but you see his human form as he sort of reaches out and clasps the girl's hand, and this time they connect as you see that sort of ethereal shimmer as they start to sort of fade. And just when they're almost out of sight, she turns and looks at you, Dewey, and just kind of mouths, "Thank you," as they vanish. You are very much out of combat.
Hey!
Guys, is it time for our teen murder mystery post?
Very wounded.
I have 3 hit points too.
Yeah.
I will crawl out of the grease slowly and be like, right, we did it.
I think it's deserved.
Hi.
Everybody clusters together.
Puppy power!
Zoinks.
Big Sheila
Jinkies.
climbs
Sheila,
over
yeah.
and gets down in front to make sure that they're also
Like we're taking a photo, but
Yeah.
no.
There's
one's
no way, exactly. And Dr. Jim's like,
Dr. Jim kind of just looks and goes, well, that ought to take care of things, at least for a generation or two. Good job, kids. It's always nice to see children taking an interest in the past.
Thank you.
What?
And you see he just sort of flickers and also fades away, just like the other two did.
what?
I feel like they're not really trying to bring tourism to this town.
Well, I feel bad because apparently Bougie is the only real one in this town that's trying to.
Well, I think they have technically like ownership maybe as opposed to her. She's just kind of coming in and like,
Okay, yeah.
you know, rebuilding. Oh boy.
Don't you come from a rich family?
I do.
Can you not put something in like the donation box?
Well, I guess I could see what Dad says. Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody really quick, just roll me a I don't know, like an int check, a history check, something along those lines to see.
Where is it? Okay.
This is really just, it doesn't matter
Flavor.
so much what number you get as who gets the highest number.
14.
9.
9.
19.
24.
Oh!
Shelma, while
History
you
very good.
while you've been in your shell, you did find a bunch of those like pamphlets and things
Yeah.
that Dr. Jim gave you back at the historical society. And as you're looking kind of through all the ones he handed you, you do suddenly realize that he handed you this stack of papers that explains a full narrative of how like the Pine Barrens of New Jersey were once an ecological wonder. They were stripped away through like mining and deforestation, and now there's a lot of historical preservation that's attempting to happen, but real estate is really encroaching because of the desire for tourism. And you suddenly realize like that he actually handed you the answer to the mystery at the very beginning, that clearly she needed to get rid of the remaining historical society in order to be able to develop her modern spa.
The living historical society is what she needed to get rid of?
I mean,
She's awful.
who's to say this?
I'm glad we almost killed her.
She would have gotten away with it
If
too.
it wasn't for your meddling shell.
And
With a quick weave of the hand, I'ma cast locate object on the puffy jacket.
Oh.
does
It's 1,000 feet. I don't know if she's nearby or not.
you get the sense that she is on another plane.
We pull out
Yeah.
our daggers.
She was
We
at
pull out our
30
daggers.
feet.
Yeah. And we'll start.
Because I
Let's
think
do
it's
this.
hilarious. I'm gonna say, yeah, you sense her 30 feet downward in the hells.
You're like, ugh.
Oh, she's.
This
she-
isn't gonna get down.
She
Well,
plane shifted. That was the portal.
Got it.
Better start digging.
Yeah.
And as you all kind of look around in bewilderment at
Yes.
Oh my god, somebody
that
took
It's
our
our
photo.
pose. It's our pose.
that is where we will end this afternoon's very loosely Scooby-Doo inspired Arena of the 5e.
Yay!
For
This was so cool.
This was fun.
I don't have control of my thing, so I'm going to switch over here. We have a little bit more programming coming up that is actually very important, so I do want to tell you about it because on Monday on the Quests and Chaos YouTube channel will be the finale of our Spelljammer campaign run by our very own James and featuring Matt and Christy. It has been fantastic. I have been rewatching it all
campaign.
week in prep for the finale, so I hope that you will join me in watching us on YouTube for that finale. Also on the finale train, Tuesday on Twitch will be the finale of the Thirsty Sword Lesbians campaign that is being run by Tiana Hansen. That Spelljammer is at 6 p.m. Pacific. Thirsty Sword Lesbians on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. You can find all this info and more in our Discord. And of course, we will be back sometime with another Arena of the 5es in July. So if you want to know about that, hop in our Discord. If you want to be able to submit a character, consider joining our Patreon. And my challenge to anyone watching this is this week, go rewatch your favorite video of ours on our YouTube channel, preferably with your ad blocker off. But no, go rewatch, maybe leave us a comment about why it's your favorite episode or what your favorite moments are. But thank you so much, as always, for being here, for supporting us, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you again. Woo!